Everything Breaks is a new kind of auto protection plan that gives you more. You gotta have a protection plan, or you'll be paying the huge costs of auto repair on your own. Some plans charge you $150 a month, but for less than $1 a day, Everything Breaks can protect you from crippling auto repair bills that you can't afford. Call the number on your screen now for a no-obligation quote.
I like Everything Breaks because they have lots of different plans. It's really affordable, and they have really good customer service.
Everything Breaks also includes 24-hour roadside assistance, free towing, and free rental cars. With our loyalty program, you can earn rewards like free oil changes and brake pads. Everything Breaks covers more than cars, so act now, and coverage for your smartphone will be included free. That's auto and phone protection for one low price. It's only a matter of time until something breaks, so don't wait. Call now to join the millions of satisfied customers and start saving thousands on your repair bills.
Call 800-935-0994 or visit everythingbreaks.com.
Coming up on First at 4, a Letcher County couple talks about their experience being rescued in the flood 3 weeks ago. And one Southern Kentucky hospital is relaxing some of its COVID-19 requirements.
Plus, not too bad out there today, but humidity is headed back up as we head through the next couple of days. The full forecast coming up as First at 4 starts right now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, it's been 3 weeks now since the historic flood, and Governor Beshear gave an update on the disaster this morning. The death toll is still 39 in 5 counties. 2 women are still missing in Breathitt County. 455 people are still in shelters, 319 of those at state parks. Of course, that doesn't include people still living in cars or tents. More than 2,600 service connections are still without water, and more than 22,000 are still under a boil water advisory. At least 75 public bridges need replaced, and 75 more need repaired. Nearly 1,200 loads of debris have already been removed. FEMA has approved $42 million in grants for more than 5,200 homes. 3 weeks later, the dramatic stories of the thousands of rescues are still being told. Bob and Debbie Smith of Whitesburg were 2 of those who were rescued by friends in a boat as 5 feet of water poured into their home. Debbie is in a wheelchair, and Bob says as they waited for help on their front porch, the water was up to her chest. The current was so strong it was hard for a boat to get to them. And after their rescue, Debbie was taken to a hospital in a side-by-side where she stayed for 2 weeks. Bob says if they hadn't gotten there when they did, he's not sure if they would have made it out.
That really meant a lot too, you know, people praying and just knowing that we had that many good friends willing, you know, to risk their life really. Because the little John boat, you know, just had a trolling motor on it, and Byron was paddling. My wife tells everybody he was paddling like a madman, you know, and he did that all day.
Bob says it was a Facebook post that may have saved their lives. Emily Bennett will have more from their rescue coming up at 6.
Well, showers and storms few and far between today. In fact, we're not dealing with very many at all as we continue to watch. Rather comfortable evening on the way. Outside right now, it's a little warm in spots. Low 80s outside. Moorhead along I-64. You see blue skies. Just a few of those fair weather clouds out there. Temperatures around the region, upper 70s to low 80s. A few mid-80s trying to sneak in. Middlesboro's at 84. Same thing in Jonesville at this hour. Dew points are in the low to middle 60s, so they've actually come down from yesterday. So it does feel rather comfortable outside, at least comparatively speaking. Nothing really falling on pinpoint Doppler. A little bit of ground clutter as you head over into parts of Jackson, Estill, and into parts of Powell County as well, but that's not reaching the ground. Satellite and radar shows, and we had a few clouds over toward the Big Sandy earlier, but most of our shower activity well off to the east. So planning out that evening, 80 as we head into the next hour, down into the 70s tonight, and overnight back into the 60s. But we do have some changes on the way in the forecast. Those details are coming up in just a bit. Steve?
Evan, thank you. A Southern Kentucky hospital is relaxing some requirements regarding COVID-19 testing. Baptist Health Corbin will no longer require you to get a COVID test before some outpatient procedures. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to the hospital's medical director about that change and the latest on COVID infections in the area.
All of this comes as medical officials are recognizing that we're in more of an endemic than a pandemic. And previously, they say that if you were going to have an elective surgery done, some kind of a procedure, possibly a scan, you would have to get a COVID-19 test first. Now that's no longer required unless you're going to be admitted to the hospital or showing symptoms. Requirements to get some kinds of health care in the COVID-19 world are being relaxed. There will still be selective screenings at the discretion of the surgeon or the doctor, but no longer mandatory across-the-board COVID-19 screenings will be instituted. Dr. David Worthy says this is very good news for patients and less of a burden on them to go through 72 hours before a procedure.
Particularly since we have such a large catchment area, people would have to drive 50 miles a couple of days before their surgery, get tested, and then, come back for the surgery.
And all of this comes as this hospital is not seeing a great deal of patients needing to be admitted for COVID-19. During Delta, about 70 or so patients. In Omicron, it was around 40. Now it's around 10 to 15, and very few of those are having to be admitted to the ICU. In Corbin, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Dr. Worthy tells us that even among the people admitted with COVID, most have another health condition that's only being made worse with COVID. Phil will have more about this tonight at 5:30. New research finds people with COVID-19 have a higher risk of developing some neurological and psychiatric conditions up to 2 years after infection. Previous research from the University of Oxford found COVID-19 survivors were at risk of neurological and mental health conditions in the first 6 months after infection. Researchers found an increased risk of developing conditions such as dementia, psychosis, seizures, and brain fog for up to 2 years after COVID-19 infection compared to patients with other respiratory infections. Adults also faced increased risk of anxiety and depression. Researchers also found kids were less likely to develop most neurological and psychiatric diagnoses after COVID-19, but were more likely to be diagnosed with some conditions such as seizures and psychotic disorders during the 2 years after a COVID infection. First Lady Jill Biden is feeling better after testing positive for COVID on Monday. The White House says she continues to make progress and remains quarantined in South Carolina. She'll continue to isolate there until she has at least 2 negative COVID tests. The First Lady participated in virtual meetings on Thursday related to Northern Virginia Community College's upcoming fall semester. Some financial relief for truckers and farmers. The cost of diesel is down. AAA says the national average for a gallon fell to $4.99 today. That's an 82-cent decrease since last month, and it marks the first time diesel prices dropped below $5 since early March. Gas prices are also heading south. AAA says the average cost for a gallon of regular is $3.93 as of Thursday. Prices are generally lower than that in eastern Kentucky. That's the 65th consecutive day of lower prices at the pump. Let's head over to Wall Street now. On this Thursday, the Dow closes up today more than 239 points. We'll have more financial news in our next half hour. During the pandemic, hard seltzer saw a huge increase in popularity, but now there is something new on tap. CBS's Dina Demetrius explains.
Apple Pay, anything else?
No, that's it.
Eddie Muchamel manages Village Market and Liquors in Los Angeles and says business boomed in 2020.
During the pandemic, everything was selling like crazy.
With bars and restaurants closed, Americans drank more at home, and sales of hard seltzers skyrocketed even when people started socializing again.
Like if I go to a party, it's usually Trulies and White Claws and then maybe some beers, but those are definitely the dominant drink of choice.
Dozens of new hard seltzer brands have popped up in the past couple of years, but after a huge rise, sales are now starting to fizzle, down 10% this year.
There's always a product life cycle.
John Berg with Nielsen IQ says while seltzers remain very popular, another drink is taking up space at stores.
Those shoppers that had been trying hard seltzers are now trying the cocktails.
Canned cocktails contain spirits like vodka or whiskey, where hard seltzers are malt-based like beer. Sales for the ready-to-drink products are taking off, up 55% this year.
We were really ready for this canned cocktail moment.
Sam Calagione is the founder of Dogfish Head Brewery, which started as a beer company but has extended into canned cocktails. Dogfish is owned by Boston Beer. The company known for Sam Adams also makes the popular hard seltzer Truly, and now Truly is branching out.
We've already announced that we're going to come out with a line of Truly vodka seltzers, so kind of playing in this interesting white space between what was a traditional seltzer and sort of a vodka soda cocktail.
Canned cocktails are creating buzz, but analysts say trends can shift as tastes change. Dina Demetrius, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Coming up on First at 4, flooding continues to be an issue around the world, hitting parts of Europe and Asia hard.
Plus, plenty of sunshine and comfortable temperatures as we head through this evening, but showers and storms aren't far off. The very latest coming up.
In light of the recent flooding here in eastern Kentucky, we understand that there are so many people that are struggling with survivor's guilt, emotional trauma, PTSD, loss, grief, anxiety, so many things. And please know that we're here for you. Call your local ARH behavioral health provider to schedule an appointment.
Seniors are overpaying for life insurance, sometimes more than twice the monthly rate of what they could be paying. If you've bought a guaranteed acceptance plan, please pay close attention. A 60-year-old male pays almost $90 a month for less than $11,000 in coverage with a guaranteed acceptance plan. But Senior Life Insurance Company qualified him for $11,000 in whole life protection for less than $48 a month. That cut his monthly life insurance rate in half and saved him over $500 a year. A 75-year-old female could save over $50 a month for more coverage by switching to Senior Life. That's a savings of over $600 a year. Call Senior Life now to compare your current policy and see how we could save you hundreds of dollars a year on your life insurance. We might even be able to help you get money back on your current overpriced policy. Stop overpaying for your life insurance. Call Senior Life Insurance Company now for your free quote.
All roads lead to an adventure on the Thornhill Motor Mile. The Chevy Open Road event is on at Thornhill. Find new roads with great offers on most popular new 2022 Chevy models. It's a celebration of adventure and new possibilities. Tag your new Chevy at Thornhill GM Superstore.
The COVID-19 virus has changed the way we work, live, and play. COVID-19 vaccination is our shot at a healthier tomorrow. Have you been vaccinated? Vaccination is the #1 thing all people can do, even as early as 6 months old, to fight the virus. Now is the time to be more proactive, make it a priority to get vaccinated, and mask up for your safety and for the health of our community. For more information about vaccination and booster locations, visit kyruralhealth.org.
The coverage you need when you need it most. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Ready for a celebration? It's Red, White, and Room on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Catch the last of these summer vibes at Thornhill GM Superstore and tag your new 2022 Buick or GMC. Safety, performance, and luxury for all lifestyles, well equipped with our Thornhill Value Plus warranty.
The WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
After months of drought and heat waves, downpours and storms are slamming France and the UK. CBS's Ian Lee reports from London.
You'd think this rain would be a blessing in the midst of a scorching summer, and in some ways it is. For the past several days, storms slammed into Europe, bringing thunder and lightning, along with heavy rain to a parched continent. But for months, the sun baked the ground solid, giving the water nowhere to go. The runoff caused flooding in London and sent a river down into the Paris subway. The city received almost its entire monthly rainfall in just 90 minutes. Hail and high winds battered France while killing 3 people on the Mediterranean island of Corsica. In some parts of England, heavy downpours dumped about a month's worth of rain in just hours. Despite getting so much rain, it still isn't enough. Experts here in the UK say months of rain are needed to refill reservoirs and to end the drought, as well as bring Europe's mighty rivers back to life, from the Thames in England to the Rhine in Germany and the Loire in France, all turned into trickles after a summer of heat wave after heat wave. But for firefighters battling blazes across the continent, drought to downpour brought deliverance. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Italy has suffered its worst drought in decades this year, and heavy rains this week have brought hailstorms and flooding that have damaged or destroyed entire crops of fruits and vegetables. In China, a flash flood in the northwestern part of the country has left 16 people dead and another 36 missing. The heavy rain led to diversion of rivers in several areas. 2 townships, 6 villages, 1,517 households, and 6,245 people have been affected by the flooding and landslides. Search and rescue confirm they have rescued 2 people.
You know, I was thinking about that story in Europe. That's not dissimilar to what happened here just a few weeks ago. We had the drought and the very dry conditions right before. Nowhere for that rain to go because we got so much of it in such a short period of time, and the flash flooding then occurred. So it's a kind of a similar theme as we go across really around the world as we went through this summer, because it's been a hot summer everywhere.
Fortunately, right now, it's not too bad around here.
It isn't too bad. Though we do have a couple of temperature increases on the way. They still don't look too bad as we head into the rest of this week and through next week as well. Outside right now, it's a rather comfortable Thursday afternoon. Upper 70s from our Pikeville Medical Center camera, looking over toward US 119, US 23 at this hour. Traffic moving smoothly. We're not quite to the peak of rush hour quite yet. Temperatures around the region, low to mid 80s around the region, and even a few upper 70s. 79 Hazard in Prestonsburg, 78 Pikeville, Harlan. Already 84 Jonesville and Middlesboro, still at 83 in Manchester. And those dew points, not too crazy either. Pinpoint Doppler, it's dry as a bone. We'll put it into motion. You see, we had a few clouds over in the Big Sandy earlier, but that's about it. This is, in fact, in motion. Just not a whole lot to talk about in terms of the forecast. High pressure has been in place today, and that will continue as we head into the next couple of days. But what will happen is high pressure is going to start to get pushed off to the east as this little boundary, this low pressure across portions of Georgia, will start to move back into the region. And as it does, that's when we increase the showers and storms, at least the chances for those, as we head into the day tomorrow. So future view, timing you out tonight, all is quiet. The evening looking quiet. We're getting back into more clear skies overnight. But notice some of those clouds start to work in as we head into the morning hours. They overspread the region during the day. And then we increase the chance for a couple of showers and storms. Not a widespread chance. Certainly won't be an all day or rain or a washout or anything like that. But it's something we have to watch because what's tomorrow night? First Friday night football kickoff, and we're not looking too bad. You just have to dodge a couple of those scattered storms. They'll be with us through Friday evening. They'll diminish. Some of us could start to see more as we head into the day on Saturday. they'll start to move in as we head into Saturday afternoon. We'll be watching them on Saturday and into Sunday as well. Clouds will be with us as well as we head into Saturday night. And we're also going to have to keep an eye on some of that patchy fog. That planner tomorrow, we start off dry, but we increase the chances for showers and storms into the afternoon as we increase those temperatures from the upper 60s in the morning back to the low to mid 80s as we head into the afternoon. And of course, we talked about it at the first kickoff game of the week this week on H&I, sponsored by Appalachian Wireless, Shelby Valley and Letcher Central, 80 at kickoff, and we'll be back into the 70s from halftime, and then as we finish out the game as well. We'll never be completely without a rain chance, but we'll watch it. 7-day forecast where your weekend is always in view. Biggest chances Saturday into Sunday, Monday, and then we start tapering those chances off as we start to warm things back up. So we go from the low 80s to the upper 70s Monday and Tuesday, back into the mid 80s as we head towards next week. So kind of easing on into a little better pattern as we head towards the end of next week. We'll watch it.
We'll take it. Thank you, Evan. Straight ahead on First at 4, a new study finds more than 50% of people who are infected by the COVID-19 Omicron variant didn't know it. Plus, we'll have the latest entertainment headlines in our Hollywood Minute.
Hey guys, Pap's got me in again. Do you have a fixer-upper? We can help you with that. We got doors, insulation, trim, pole-barn kit, and of course metal. If you need to flip your house, come see my Pap at Taylor Metal. Here you go, buddy.
Taylor Metal's been serving the area for over 20 years. We have 2 locations and deliver all over the region and other states.
Because we got you covered.
We connect people to their work, to their families, to all things essential. That's why your Touchstone Energy Cooperative is here every day, making life easier in all the ways that matter. And of all the connections we make, we know none are more powerful than the human connection.
The power of human connections with Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
It's all in our hands, this life of time that's given to us all. It is all in our hands, it is all in our hands.
Experienced heart specialists and subspecialists collaborating for the benefit of your care. Top 10% national hospital rankings for patient safety in heart attack and heart failure treatment. The technology and skill to perform extraordinary complex, minimally invasive cardiac, electrophysiology, interventional, and structural heart surgeries. This is the Heart and Vascular Institute at Pikeville Medical Center.
It is all in our hands, it is all in our hands.
When it comes to your heart, place your care in our hands.
The WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
Get in the circle.
A new network invites you into the circle, where you'll get all that country has to offer.
Contact your local cable company to get in the circle.
Join me in the circle.
The WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
A study in JAMA Network Open found 56% of people infected with the Omicron variant of COVID-19 did not know it. Researchers at Cedars-Sinai say those undiagnosed infections can increase COVID transmission and likely contributed to the fast spread of Omicron. Determining genetic risk for prostate cancer at primary care appointments could lead to an earlier diagnosis in men. Authors of the British study say high-risk patients can be fast-tracked and those with low genetic risk can avoid invasive biopsies. The latest numbers from the CDC shows more than 13,500 confirmed monkeypox cases around the country, with New York and California being the states most impacted. The White House announced that more monkeypox vaccine is on the way, 1.8 million more doses available for ordering starting Monday. Part of the strategy will include a pilot program to distribute vaccines at large events geared towards the communities at highest risk. Last week, the FDA authorized a plan to stretch out the nation's limited supply of monkeypox vaccines by administering shots with 1/5 the dose.
With the announcement, it increased our existing supply significantly without compromising safety or effectiveness.
The briefing comes one day after the CDC admitted it made mistakes in how it handled the coronavirus outbreak. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky announced a shakeup at the agency, including internal staffing moves and efforts to speed up data releases. Walensky says lessons learned from the COVID outbreak can help in the battle against monkeypox. An iconic teenager obsessed with death, a bureaucrat afraid he has wasted his life, and a guy just trying to help his buddies. David Daniel has a trio of trailers for you in today's Hollywood Minute.
These protesters not know that our soldiers see that on TV. I'd like to go over to Vietnam, track down all the boys in the neighborhood and give them a beer. I could do that.
Do what?
I'm going to Vietnam and I'm bringing a beer! Yeah!
Zac Efron is on a mission. It's not the smartest mission, but it's a mission in the greatest beer run ever. Russell Crowe and Bill Murray co-star in the film, which is based on a true story. The run begins September 30th on Apple TV+.
Small wonder I didn't notice what I was becoming.
Dad, you all right?
If only to be alive for one day. But I realize it. I don't know how.
Bill Nighy is a terminally ill bureaucrat desperate to live before he dies in Living. The drama, set in post-World War II London, arrives in theaters December 23rd.
Finally, you will be among peers who understand you. Maybe you'll even make some friends.
Want to take a stab at being social? I do like stabbing.
The first teaser trailer is out for Wednesday. Jenna Ortega stars in Tim Burton's Addams Family spin-off series, which is due to debut on Netflix this fall. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Police crack down on reckless drivers with a haul of shame. That and more in today's viral videos.
This is a Kentucky Lottery update.
Hey, we are so happy to have Chip Polston from the Kentucky Lottery joining us today to talk about some brand new games from the Kentucky Lottery, as well as one incredible experience available for one very lucky lottery player. So first, dazzle us with all the details of this brand new scratch-off.
Sure, that's our $30 Diamond Dazzler ticket. It's a great new ticket with more than $90 million in prizes, 3 top prizes of $2 million each, and there's a guaranteed $100 winning ticket in every single pack of the game. Players are already really enjoying it.
And this is not the only new game right now from the Kentucky Lottery, right?
That's right. 4 other games came out at the same time. We've got the $2 ticket that folks are really enjoying. That's Quick 20s with a $20,000 top prize. 2 $5 tickets, Black Pearls with a $50,000 top prize, and Power Shot with an $80,000 top prize, and the $10 Multiplier Craze game with a $100,000 top prize. They're all available at your local lottery retailer.
So many ways to win, but you got to tell us about this great experience available for one lucky player involving the Kentucky Derby Festival.
We do a great promotion with the Kentucky Derby Festival every year to name one of our players the Derby City Fanatic, and they win an amazing set of experiences around Louisville, including being able to be the Thundernator, which means they will press the button that starts the largest annual fireworks show in North America. You can learn how to enter at kylottery.com.
What a great opportunity. And tell us again where all the proceeds from this game go.
College scholarship and grant programs, including every dime of the popular Key Scholarship ever awarded. More than $4 billion with a B. $4 billion have gone to those programs since 1999. And 1 in 5 Kentuckians has now received a college scholarship or grant paid for directly from the sale of Kentucky Lottery tickets. As you can imagine, Kelsey, that's something in which we take great pride.
To find out more about how you can get in on all the fun the Kentucky Lottery has to offer, visit kylottery.com.
This has been a Kentucky Lottery Update.
Watch me. Watch me grapple, move, and pin. When I hit the mat, don't underestimate the grin. I've got state championships and medals to show. But it's about more than just winning. This you should know. Overcoming odds through therapy and care. The road was long. Now opponents beware. Watch me. Game-changing sports medicine at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
No gear, no plan, no problem. MacGyver.
Now to our viral videos. Police in the UK may go viral in their mission to target reckless drivers thanks to a sort of Hall of Shame mashup video released to get the public on board with the crackdown. Northamptonshire PD wants the public to submit eyewitness dashcam videos of reckless offenders. It's called Operation Snap, and through the years it's been a successful tool. The department says they've already had more than 700 video submissions this year. If anyone is an expert on dubious driving, it may be this man living in San Jose, California, whose home has unfortunately been the site of multiple crashes through the years. How many exactly? How about 23 times? 4 of those times have been where the crash has ended in the kitchen. Every time the resident has been hit, he's been at home. Thankfully, insurance has covered most of the repeat run-ins, and the city says it's looking into altering the intersection's layout. But for now, the homeowner is playing defense with poles, fencing, and some rocky landscaping. We'll be right back with more First at 4.
Everything Breaks is a new kind of auto protection plan that gives you more. You gotta have a protection plan, or you'll be paying the huge costs of auto repair on your own. Some plans charge you $150 a month, but for less than $1 a day, Everything Breaks can protect you from crippling auto repair bills that you can't afford. Call the number on your screen now for a no-obligation quote.
I like Everything Breaks because they have lots of different plans. It's really affordable, and they have really good customer service.
Everything Breaks also includes 24-hour roadside assistance, free towing, and free rental cars. With our loyalty program, you can earn rewards like free oil changes and brake pads. Everything Breaks covers more than cars, so act now, and coverage for your smartphone will be included free. That's auto and phone protection for one low price. It's only a matter of time until something breaks, so don't wait. Call now to join the millions of satisfied customers and start saving thousands on your repair bills.
Call 800-935-0994 or visit everythingbreaks.com.
After the flooding, one Knott County family believed they had lost everything until a young man returned something sentimental. And one of former President Donald Trump's top executives entered a guilty plea to multiple counts of fraud and tax evasion today.
And it's been a nice day today, but showers and storms will be back before too long. The very latest details are coming up as First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
A boy from Knott County was helping his dad clean up flooding damage when he found something that was more valuable than he realized. WYMT's Olivia Calfee has the story.
Right here behind me is Troublesome Creek, where a woman and her husband found their home hundreds of yards from where the foundation was. Cheyenne White and her family lost absolutely everything until one boy from Knott County found something to change that.
I flipped the jewelry box over because I saw it, and I didn't think nothing of it because it was basically fell apart. And I looked down, and there was 2 rings in it when I flipped it over. And me and him sat there and took pictures of them to post on.
For people who need assistance, FEMA has a mobile registration intake center set up at the Knott County Sportsplex. You can find more information on WYMT.com. In Knott County, Olivia Calfee, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, Olivia will have more on how Brady found those rings and returned them tonight at 6. Governor Beshear says FEMA has approved more than $42 million in grants under the FEMA Individuals and Households program. Officials say there are more than 800 FEMA responders in Kentucky. FEMA says it is calling and texting to help applicants with recovery, and that the calls and texts may come from a phone number you do not recognize or have an out-of-state area code. FEMA texts will come from 36476. Appalachian Regional Healthcare continues to help Eastern Kentucky collecting donations and supplies. Today, Congressman Andy Barr stopped by to see the effort at their headquarters in Lexington, and we're getting an update on the ARH employees who lost everything in the flooding. Chelsea Jones shows us the effort.
Well, Congressman Andy Barr met with ARH employees, even one who have lost everything. Brian Lucas, who's the clinical engineering director at ARH, lives in Letcher County. He was home when floodwater started rising. His family lost their house, their cars, and most of their possessions.
We're displaced now. Lived with family.
This afternoon, he met with Congressman Andy Barr, who supported the emergency declaration for Eastern Kentucky. But Barr says the region is not getting enough help.
FEMA did respond, and the president responded with the declaration, but that's not good enough because what we're hearing is that some of the FEMA assistance that's coming through is delayed, and it's far too little.
Barr suggested putting pressure on FEMA to provide more assistance and using unspent COVID-19 funds to support the region. Lucas told Barr what families like his are going through.
Get him to understand that this is not just a short-term recovery. This is a long-term recovery, long-term need.
Now, central staff here at ARH say they still need donations and they need volunteers to help with loading supplies onto trucks headed to Eastern Kentucky. In Lexington, Chelsea Jones, WKYT.
Well, it hasn't been a bad day to be outdoors today. We've seen comfortable temperatures, plenty of sunshine and humidity. Well, it's been there. It's not been crazy, and it's actually felt pretty good outside, at least by middle August standards. London Corbin Airport outside right now, blue skies and just a few fair weather clouds, sitting at 82 at this moment in time. You see the temperatures around the region, low to mid 80s. Manchester now at 84, as is Jonesville. We've still got some areas, though, in the upper 70s, like Hazard at 79, Pikeville and Clintwood at 78, but most of us are at or above the 80-degree mark. Outside right now on Pinpoint Doppler, the sweep is clean for the most part. Just a little bit of ground clutter as you head toward Interstate 64 up closer to the bluegrass. So we're not dealing with anything that's actually threatening to fall from the sky. And that's just okay by me. As we head through the rest of the evening hours, we should be in good shape. Keep that first alert weather app handy because you might need it as we head into the next couple of days. For tonight, okay, upper 70s, low 80s. We're back into the upper 60s as we head to bed tonight, and we'll wake up somewhere in the low to mid 60s as we head into the morning. But we have more showers and storms working into the forecast as we head into the end of the work week and unfortunately into the weekend. The full details on that coming up in just a little bit. Steve?
Evan, thank you. One of former President Donald Trump's top executives admitted to a judge today he evaded paying taxes on the big perks he took home working at the Trump Organization. CBS's Michael George reports from New York.
Donald Trump's chief financial officer, Alan Weisselberg, pleaded guilty Thursday to multiple counts of fraud and tax evasion. The 75-year-old is accused of receiving more than $1.7 million in off-the-books pay from the Trump Organization. As part of the plea deal, Weisselberg is expected to testify about illegal practices within the Trump Organization and potentially serve as a witness in a trial this fall. Prosecutors allege top Trump Org executives have been receiving untaxed benefits for 15 years. So far, Weisselberg is the only person to face criminal charges in the Manhattan DA's investigation into the company. Weisselberg has long been considered one of Trump's most loyal associates. The judge agreed to sentence him to 5 months in jail at Rikers and ordered him to pay nearly $2 million in restitution. His attorney claims the charges are politically motivated, and Trump denies his company committed any crimes. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
While Weisselberg is now required to testify at the upcoming trial facing the Trump Organization, the former president himself has not been charged in that case, and Weisselberg is not obligated to cooperate with the district attorney's broader investigation of the former president. Sources close to Trump say he is considering releasing surveillance footage of the FBI search of his Mar-a-Lago home. Some of Trump's allies are even urging him to do it. One source said it's not a matter of if Trump releases the footage, but when. His son Eric Trump said this week the footage would be released, quote, at the right time. One person familiar with the conversation said there have been discussions about featuring the footage in campaign-style ads. But some close to Trump worry releasing the video could backfire by showing the sheer volume of materials federal agents seized. Former Trump White House advisor Peter Navarro is asking a federal judge to dismiss his criminal contempt of Congress case. The charges were brought against Navarro after he failed to comply with a subpoena from the House January 6 committee. In a motion filed late yesterday, Navarro argued DOJ policy shields advisors to the president from congressional demands for testimony, and such immunity extends beyond that advisor's tenure. Navarro also claims there were procedural flaws in how the January 6 committee was formed and says he is being selectively prosecuted. Coming up on First at 4, as students return to school, parents and guardians may be feeling the pinch in their wallets. What is driving the increased cost of school supplies?
Plus, continuing to watch the possibility for showers and storms into the next couple of days. We'll break down those details next.
WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
Oh, boy. What? We better get out of here. That clown is about to hit a water line.
He didn't contact 811 to mark the underground utilities.
Nope.
You saw that coming. Too bad he didn't.
Know what's below. 811 before you did.
Nestled just off the beaten path in the Appalachian Mountains, a hidden gem awaits. Experience nature the way you want. Kayak down the river, hike a trail, or stroll through a beautiful park. Sip a local bourbon or craft beer as you explore City Square, where local culture and food make you feel like this is where you're meant to be. Are you ready? Pikeville. Let the mountains move you.
Enjoy fall adventures in Harlan County with safe social distancing. Explore the Black Mountain Off-Road Adventure Park, fishing and boating at Martins Fork Lake, hiking and fishing at Kingdom Come State Park, and learn about our coal mining history at Portal 31's Underground Mine Tour. Enjoy a round the golf at Sleepy Hollow, the Harlan Country Club, or a nighttime round at the lighted Lynch Country Club, and maybe catch a sighting of one of our many beautiful black bears. Find more outdoor adventures at harlancountytourism.com.
Where to go and what to do in Huntsville, Alabama. Personalized just for you. Find your sweet spots at alabama.travel/sweetspot.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-905-6550. That's 1-800-905-6550 or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-905-6550 now.
Now to our Money Watch report on this Thursday. The Dow closes up more than 18 points. I believe we had the wrong number earlier. These are the correct numbers. The NASDAQ was up more than 27 today. Apple is reportedly gearing up to unveil its new iPhone 14 and Apple Watch Series 8 at a September 7th launch event, according to Bloomberg. The tech giant is expected to stream the media event online, as it's been doing since the beginning of the pandemic, instead of holding it in person. It's also believed Apple will introduce new Macs and iPads this fall. Disneyland is called the happiest place on earth, but apparently happiness comes with a price. Existing pass holders can now renew their Magic Key annual passes, but with a price increase between $50 to $200 more, depending on the passes. The previous annual passport ended because of the pandemic. Then the Magic Key program came out last year because guests were waiting up to 8 hours just to get daily tickets. The passes offer free or discounted parking and a service to skip the line, along with merchandise and dining discounts. Lowe's is helping its employees handle high inflation with $55 million in bonuses. With inflation levels not seen since the early 1980s, paychecks just aren't stretching as far these days. So the home improvement retailer announced plans to offer bonuses to hourly frontline associates. No word on exactly how much they'll get, but the extra cash is set to go out early next month. Lowe's is one of a number of companies offering inflation-related paycheck bumps. Michigan is the most affordable state for retirees, while Florida ranks as the best state for overall for retirement, according to an annual study from Bankrate. Behind Michigan for affordability comes Tennessee and Missouri. In looking at best states overall for retirement, the study took into consideration well-being, culture and diversity, weather, and crime. Coming in second behind Florida on that list is Georgia, followed by Michigan, Ohio, and Missouri. The number of Americans looking for a new place to live remains on a downward trend. Home sales in July dropped, marking the sixth time in as many months they have fallen. Analysts say higher mortgage rates and overall costs are pushing potential buyers out of the market. Despite that, home prices are still on the rise. The National Association of Realtors reports the median home price was just under $404,000 last month, which is a 10.8% hike from the previous year. And Americans are finally catching a break when it comes to chicken wings. According to the Department of Agriculture, the average wholesale price of a pound of wings fell to $1.68 in July. That's $1.68. That's the lowest they've been since 2018, before the pandemic. Analysts predict those prices will be short-lived, with football and basketball season just around the corner, boosting demand.
Let me tell you, I could house some chicken wings right now. That sounds really good. And as a matter of fact, it's not a bad evening to maybe sit outside and eat some chicken wings, because things are looking pretty nice as we head out there this evening. Outside at the moment from our camera at UVA-wise, looking pretty nice. Just a few fair weather clouds this afternoon. Blue skies, plenty of them as we head through the evening hours. Nothing to complain about here. Temperatures are in the low 70s out there. And look at the dew point of 57. So not only is it comfortable, not only does it feel nice, it's comfortable as well, with the dew points down into the 50s and visibility as far as the eye can see for now. Upper 70s to near 80. Many spots of the region out there tonight. 79 Hazard and Pikeville, 78 in Clintwood. But most of us into the 80s at this hour. 80 in Jackson, 81 Prestonsburg. Warm spots right now. 84 in Middlesboro at this point. Jonesville's actually dropped a couple degrees. They were joining Middlesboro at 84 not long ago. All is dry on Pinpoint Doppler. Nothing to worry about in terms of any kind of rainfall. You put that in motion, you clearly see we've just got a few of those fair weather clouds kind of moved on out of portions of Pike, Dickinson, and Buchanan counties earlier. Those have long since moved out, Surface, satellite, and radar, all looking nice. High pressure's in place for now, but we don't have to look far. Look across portions of the upper Midwest. That's where an increase in showers and storms along a frontal boundary moves in. That'll end up joining forces with low pressure that's kind of moving up through parts of Georgia and into eventually Tennessee and the Carolinas. That will provide us with another chance for showers and storms as we head as soon as tomorrow night. Timing it out for tonight, nothing to worry about. A fantastic evening on tap, and as we head into tonight, same thing. Plenty of clear skies out there. We may see some fog, but not as much as last night, I don't think. We'll continue, though, to see an increase in cloud cover as we work through the early morning hours on Friday. By midday, here come more clouds and showers working into the region. You'll notice they're few and far between. There's not a whole lot of them out there, but it is something we'll watch. Of course, many of our first kickoffs of the season tomorrow evening, and you notice we don't see a ton of rain out there. But if you do happen to catch one, it could be on the heavy side for at least a brief moment. Things should start to calm down as we head into Friday night. Maybe a few showers to start Saturday, but sun and clouds to start before more showers start to develop as we head into our Saturday afternoon, and clouds continue into Saturday evening. While we decrease the rain chance into next week, we'll increase those temperatures back near 80 on Tuesday and into the middle and upper 80s as we head towards the end of next week. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. As kids head back to school, families looking for supplies are feeling the inflation pinch. The National Retail Federation says families with students in K through 12 can expect to spend an average of $864 on school supplies this year. That's $168 more than in 2019. CBS's Adriana Diaz is in Chicago looking at strategies that can help you save.
This is back to school excitement, and these Chicago kids are getting free school supplies to get ready. The nonprofit Back to School America gave out more than 8,000 supply kits Wednesday.
People are telling me that they've lost their jobs, their home situation changed, they've lost their home.
CEO Matt Kurtzman says the need for the kits and the cost to create them has never been greater.
What single product has gone up most in price?
Paper is the one product that is costing us the most money.
That's one reason their price for supplies has jumped 10%.
The prices have increased ridiculously.
Janila Costing, whose daughter's about to start first grade, says there's also sticker shock in stores.
For a few school supplies, you're easily going to spend around $70 or something.
Is this the most expensive back-to-school season you've seen?
It is for the parents and the teachers.
Kelly Zuiza owns The Classmate, a school supply store, and she says she can barely keep up with price hikes from suppliers.
It's hard because a lot of the companies have increased their prices alone in this calendar year 5 times.
Why are things like paper more expensive?
What's happening is through the pandemic, they shut down a lot of the mills, and so now there's a shortage.
If parents choose to go to one big store without the planning first, I think they're leaving enough money on the table for it to matter.
Kelly Glass writes about parenting for the website Kindred by Parents.
Should parents be getting in the car and going back to school shopping in person, or should they be ordering things online that then get shipped to them?
A mixture of both, right? I do what I call pre-shopping online, seeing what deals the stores have, but also checking inventory, because what we don't want to be doing is hopping around from store to store.
And wasting that gas money.
And wasting that gas because it's expensive.
She also suggests checking apps that offer coupons or cash back on purchases and considering generic brands.
Also, be strategic. Maybe there's a backpack brand that costs more than other brands, but it comes with a lifetime guarantee.
Thank you. Another idea, connecting with nonprofits that might be giving away supplies.
How much does getting free supplies help, especially at a time like this?
It helps a lot, especially because there's other things I could be paying for.
What do you think about your supplies?
I like them.
And how excited are you to start first grade?
I'm very excited.
Kelly Glass, who gave us all those suggestions, says there is one key thing parents should not do, and that is stress. She says try to make this a positive and exciting experience to set the tone for your kids this school year. Adriana Diaz, CBS News, Chicago.
Shop the Castle's biggest sale ever.
Prices slashed on fine Italian gold jewelry, pearl jewelry, sterling silver, and all estate jewelry. Huge discounts on beautiful diamond solitaires and designer engagement rings. Don't miss this sale. Shop 11 Castle locations or thecastlejewelry.com.
Your paycheck. Your family depends on it. But if something happened to you, you need life insurance. And chances are SelectQuote can get it for you for under $1 a day. SelectQuote found Michael, 38, a $500,000 policy for under $23 a month. SelectQuote found Anna, 37, a $750,000 policy for under $23 a month. SelectQuote's secret? They comparison shop a select group of great companies like these for your best rate. Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford. Since 1985, SelectQuote has saved over 1 million families millions of dollars on life insurance.
Call now. 1-800-210-5727. That's 1-800-210-5727. Or go to SelectQuote.com.
Discover what over 1 million families know. We shop, you save.
Everything Breaks is a new kind of auto protection plan that gives you more. You gotta have a protection plan, or you'll be paying the huge costs of auto repair on your own. Some plans charge you $150 a month, but for less than $1 a day, Everything Breaks can protect you from crippling auto repair bills that you can't afford. Call the number on your screen now for a no-obligation quote.
I like Everything Breaks because they have lots of different plans. It's really affordable, and they have really good customer service.
Everything Breaks also includes 24-hour roadside assistance, free towing, and free rental cars. With our loyalty program, you can earn rewards like free oil changes and brake pads. Everything Breaks covers more than cars, so act now, and coverage for your smartphone will be included free. That's auto and phone protection for one low price. It's only a matter of time until something breaks, so don't wait. Call now to join the millions of satisfied customers and start saving thousands on your repair bills.
Call 800-935-0994 or visit everythingbreaks.com.
All roads lead to an adventure on the Thornhill Motor Mile. The Chevy Open Road event is on at Thornhill. Find new roads with great offers on most popular new 2022 Chevy models. It's a celebration of adventure and new possibilities. Tag your new Chevy at Thornhill GM Superstore.
We want to thank those who have and continue to help with relief efforts. Together, we will build back better.
Shop the Castle's biggest sale ever.
Prices slashed on fine Italian gold jewelry, pearl jewelry, sterling silver, and all estate jewelry. Huge discounts on beautiful diamond solitaires and designer engagement rings. Don't miss this sale. Shop 11 Castle locations or thecastlejewelry.com.
Train in The Way of the Walker, featuring moves such as the iconic traffic stop, Walker Texas Ranger,
Ready for a celebration? It's Red, White, and Room on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Catch the last of these summer vibes at Thornhill GM Superstore and tag your new 2022 Buick or GMC. Safety, performance, and luxury for all lifestyles, well equipped with our Thornhill Value Plus warranty.
You're watching WYMT.
Here's a look at what we're working on for Mountain News beginning at 5:30. One school system that suffered flood damage is asking for help getting desks and tables from other districts. A meeting is being held tonight about the future of a historic piece of property known as Home Place in Perry County that was flooded. This is video that was taken yesterday near that area along 476, just devastated that area there near Home Place, but we'll have an update on that tonight. Plus, Kentucky Supreme Court is keeping the state's near total abortion ban in effect. We hope you'll join us again beginning at 5:30.
And one day closer to the weekend, we're in the low 80s Saturday and Sunday, middle and upper 60s overnight. We'll watch showers and storms. Won't rain the whole time, but we'll diminish those chances at night.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market, many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Melberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Melberg. Help protect your financial future. Call 800-208-9304. That's 800-208-9304. Call now.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure?
Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-914-0863. That's 1-800-914-0863.
I was driving home from practice, and I remember seeing this car coming right towards me, and a huge, loud... I knew with my injuries that I wasn't going to be able to play. Having my career cut short by a drunk driver was the worst part of my life. I knew if there was, one firm to get me justice and to get me compensated for that, it was going to be Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan has definitely really helped me in the toughest, darkest moments of my life. Those guys were there for me. I'm Chandler Parsons, and I chose Morgan & Morgan.
We want to thank those who have and continue to help relief efforts. Together, we will build back better.
If you've been wanting some sizzling hot Tex-Mex, today's the perfect day to fulfill that craving. It's National Fajita Day. Mexican cowboys in Texas created the dish in the 1930s after a hard day of work. They would make the meal with the so-called throwaway cuts of beef and a tortilla on campouts. A couple of decades later, people started adding in cheese and vegetables to become the fajitas we love today. A robot rapper that has more than 10 million followers on TikTok has signed with Capitol Records. FN Mika is the world's first augmented reality or AR artist to sign with a major label. FN Mika has more than 1 billion views on TikTok as the platform's top virtual being. The robot's debut single, Florida Water, was released last week. While technically FN Mika is voiced by a human, everything else about his music is based in AI. And former First Lady Rosalind Carter will have 95 candles on her birthday cake. She turns 95 today, which will make her the second oldest U.S. First Lady in history. Carter passed Nancy Reagan, who died at 94, but Bess Truman still holds the record for living until she was 97. Well, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. WKYT News at 5 is next, and we'll see you back here at 5:30.